That would be great. Okay, awesome. So welcome to Wednesday night team call. We're going back to every Wednesday so that we can love and support on you guys and give you training to help you take your business to the next level. Melissa, Jen, and myself are going to be meeting this weekend to do a more like a calendar with a more detailed what the topics are. So instead of just every day or every Wednesday winging it, we're actually going to have a plan in place so that you guys know what topics we're going to talk about, so you can plan your schedule accordingly and share that with your team. But tonight, what I wanted to talk about, and before I jump in, I just want to find out, I'm just looking around.
Nicole's internet is the worst. She's probably logging back on from her phone. You guys all look so pretty. Same with you, Jeff. Melissa, we lost Nicole. Oh, she's back.
Already?
Yeah. I was like, oh, we lost her. She's going to come back in.
I spent an hour with Val. They said, we fixed your problem. It should never happen again.
Cheers. Happy chocolate milkshake day.
Nice. Where did I leave off? I don't know where I froze.
I think you just started talking. I think you said 4 words.
Really? Awesome.
You said me, you, and Melissa are meeting on Friday to go over the calendar, and then it cut out.
Okay, so I was really talking to myself for a while. Okay, well, who's excited about this weekend? Are we going to see everybody up in Collingwood? Yay! So excited. Before I get in on this training, does anybody have any questions about this weekend? Everybody knows where they're sleeping. Everybody knows when it starts.
Everybody know what they're wearing. More importantly, mask confusion.
I don't know. What is everyone wearing? Dress code for Saturday night. Melissa?
WTF. Whatever. There's been such poor communication. That's all I'm going to say. So wear whatever you want.
You can dress up. I know the theme is supposed to be glam night, so dress up how you want to feel glam.
It's Collingwood, it's casual if you want, or dress up, whatever you want.
Any questions around that? Are you cool? Just wear something. Okay. So if there's no questions on Collingwood, what I want to talk about is, did you guys see my post on the cards? Did anybody read them and figure out what you are? Okay, let me go in. I'm going to try and share the screen here.
Can I interrupt for 1 sec, Nicole? There was 2 things I just want to mention about Collingwood this weekend before we do. Make sure to bring snacks. It's going to be a long day. Tell your team to bring snacks as well, because people are always starving. And on Friday night, we're going to go out to, what's it called, Jen? Something martini bar.
Twist
Martini bar. So after the Prevention Plus, we're going to go out there for whoever wants to come.
Perfect.
Thanks, Cole. Go ahead.
Okay. So
we can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
I just cranked up my volume to as high as it can go. Okay, can everybody see this screen?
Says Google.
Oh, it does? Okay, hold on.
That's what I see. Do you, Jen?
Yep, Google. Oh, there we go. Yep, I see it.
Okay. So I want to share this with you because I found this course that I went on. It was a teaser course. Of course, you have to buy into their monthly program, and I think it'd probably be a really good investment. But listen to this idea, which I think is just fascinating. She described it as cracking the code to your customer. And what she describes that, and this goes back like 2,000 years, of the idea that there's 4 types of people in the world, 4 types of people. And all she did is she color coded them. So the first one is the blueprint, second is action, third is nurturing, and fourth is knowledge. And she put all of the traits or values on these cards. And what I found fascinating with it is she said, like, she was this like broke salesperson and could never figure out, you know, why, like, it was like, you know, you heard the term, it's a numbers game. And she said, it's not a numbers game. It's, you need to understand who you're talking to so that you have a better opportunity to close that sale. And so when she described, if you think about it, so I'll give you I'll give you many examples so that you can really understand how important this is to understanding who you're talking to. So my first card, so I was a red. So red is action. So the red card for me, from a value standpoint, is the most important thing to me. So freedom, flexibility, spontaneity, action, opportunity, excitement, attention, stimulation, competition, winning, fun, and image. That trumped everything. So she said, imagine being in action. So if you go into a room and you're in a room, a typical an action person is going to high five you. You're going to get a high five from an action person. If you're a nurturer, if that's your first value, nurturers would give you a hug. That would be your first interaction. If you're a blueprint, you're blue for cool, you're a little cold off, standoff. Your first greeting was probably you're going to hand somebody a business card. You don't want to touch anybody. You don't want to hug anybody. And if you're the fourth, which is knowledge, so that would be the scientist, the person that needs all the information before they make a decision, their greet would probably be like just like a hey, with their hand up. So the way that she described it is, could you imagine if you are, let's say, an action, and you're not the most detailed, and you go to close off a deal, or you go to get an order, and you meet the person at the coffee shop, and that person is a blue, and that blue is about punctuality, and you show up 10 minutes late, you've probably lost your deal. You've lost the respect of the blue. Or if you go in and you're a nurturer and you're not prepared for science, and let's say, for example, you're in the coffee shop and you don't know that you're talking to a green, and all they want to know is details and science, and all you're talking about is your personal story because you're a nurturer and you're not into the science, you're going to lose that person. So she went through for 2 hours giving us just example after example after example of how important it is. So she used it as each of these cards, think about it, is a different language. So if you're red and you got your red glasses on,
Love how her face is frozen. Oh, I don't know anything about this, so I can't even fill in here. I should have saved my part for now about the weekend. So lots of snacks. I'll bring food up again. Lots of snacks. Make sure your team knows sweaters too. Sometimes those places can be chilly. They crank air conditioning at the strangest times. What else? It's going to be lots of fun. I can't wait to see everybody. And I'm not shredding.
where did you lose me?
We lost you like this.
I think you're talking, was she saying something about red? What was the last thing she
Yeah,
said?
you said, so if you're red, your love language is.
Yeah, it's almost like when you think about the love language too, right? The idea. So I ended up purchasing the cards for $20. And what she said, like, for an example, if you go into the coffee shop and you're meeting somebody brand new, she said what we recommend and what we teach our people is that you actually ask them, so in order for me to serve you better, could you put these in order from the most important value to the least? And within 30 seconds to 90 seconds, they're usually putting it in order for you. And then if somebody puts this as the number one card, which is nurturing, you know that you're going to shut your laptop off. You're not going to talk about science, and you're going to talk about stories and testimonials. But if somebody puts a green in here, what do you think you're going to do? This is your science person. So now you have to put your best game on, and you actually have to get your presentation out that's going to speak to the science mind. This one, action. Action is going to want to, like, show me the money. Show me how fast I can go in this business. And then the blue one, they're a little cold offish, but they're about articulation and detail and timing. So if you say, I'm here, how long do we have? 30 minutes. You better stick to your 30 minutes. If you go over 30 minutes, the blues start to get stressed out and anxious and are already thinking about how to exit the meeting. So just in the short little workshop that I did, this to me was just like one of those aha moments that when we think about, oh, it's a numbers game, it's a numbers game, it's a numbers game. How about if we were actually able to speak people's language? So she said you should have at least 4 different presentations if you're in sales, 4 different types of presentations when you're talking to somebody. Because she says that this is different languages and we have to get good at different languages. You should speak 4 different languages. So she said, if you want to grow your business significantly and value your time and be efficient, you need to speak these 4 languages. So unfortunately, we didn't have time to go into that training and workshop, but just a little bit of training that I did get, just the fact that you can figure out someone's color just by the way they greet you. It allows you to very quickly change the way that you're going to have that conversation. Does that make sense? So, I mean, I'm going to, the lady, you know, Jane the trainer, Melissa, she's actually certified now as one of their coaches out of Ajax. So she's got an upcoming workshop. I'm actually going to go and learn more about this. I know there's books that go with it, and there's online courses. So I'm definitely want to know more about how to speak this language. I think you can get the cards online, and you can actually do the test. So like you can send somebody this website and just ask them to do the 90-second test before you meet them. It wouldn't hurt. But what's interesting is, you know, you have to think about if we're doing a target market, let's say if you've got 2 audiences. So for me, I was thinking about, you know, I mostly speak to, I would say, nurturers all day because I'm mostly speaking to moms, and that would be probably most of you as well. So we probably naturally speak our first and second language to hopefully our 2 top prospects, right? And then the second person that I go after are nutritionists mostly, and nutritionists typically are nurturers. They want to help, they want to save the world. So it's very, very interesting because I was like, geez, I don't even know if I want to work with greens, because greens is actually my ex-husband. And greens are really hard to work with if you're a nurturer. It's really hard. They're going to add a ton of value, don't get me wrong, and they have, but you just have to know that when you're working with the different colors. So think about you as a leader. If you're a yellow and you've got some greens, just think of like, has this happened? Or if you're working in a group if you're working in a group and this has been happening, you probably know where it might be coming from, because there's different needs that aren't being met. And she even talks about how important this is to know in your relationship, right? So if you're a yellow and you're married to a
Nicole, you froze again.
I know, I caught myself there.
So you said if you're a yellow and you're married to a
green, that's opposites attract, but it also makes for a very challenging relationship because they both have such different needs, right? Or even the red and the green. So she does do, like she said, this is very beneficial for couples and relationships, whether they're working relationships or you're living under the same roof with people, is to understand where people fall, because you can understand that if you're a red, you're like this, like, let's go. It's funny because I just met Arthur today for an hour. So I'm like a red and he's a green. He's so slow. He's so meticulous. He's got everything written down, exactly what he's saying. And he repeats himself almost over and over again. And I get impatient. I'm like, really? Like, this could have been a meeting that was done in 30 minutes. And I'm really frustrated. Like, this is what I'm saying in my mind. And I'm getting frustrated. That's the red. And so for him, I was actually like 5 minutes late, and I could tell that he was.
Okay, she needs a new provider. This is the worst it's ever been.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse on every single call.
I'm going to go onto my phone. But does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions?
Nope. Nope, makes sense.
Does it start to make you wonder, like, how many sales that you lost because you didn't know who they were? I'm going to jump on my phone. There we go. There. And I'll shut this up. There. Is that better?
So far, yep.
Okay. So, I'm echoing. Hold on. I'm just going to shut me off here. So I guess what my suggestion would be for you guys to try this for yourself. And try it on. See where you're at. Share it with your upline. Find out what card you're at. I'm going to bring this up to Collingwood so we can play with this together this weekend. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've already done it with my kids. It's always fascinating to see from their perspective where they fall versus how I see them. And does anybody want to share? Like, has anybody done this yet? And if anybody's done this, do you want to share what colors you guys are or what color you are so that we can see if we agree or not agree in a fun, playful way? Anybody brave enough to share?
Kelly Skinner, share. Jeff Skinner, share.
Kelly is?
We believe that I am KBAN.
So K, so green, so knowledge.
Yeah.
So K. And then what's the second one?
B.
Oh, yeah, B. Yeah, and then?
A.
Interesting. Oh, I love it. Okay. Very good. So that makes sense, Callie, of why you need Prevention Pluses to help you grow your business, because this is who you are. Yeah. So when Melissa and I are like, oh my gosh, these crazy people that want more Prevention Pluses, we understand now, because it's the greens that are on our team that need this.
Well,
right?
Yeah. And Jeff is BNAK.
B, okay, B, yeah. And then A, and then K.
N.
BNAK.
Okay. So isn't that fascinating? So Kelly, can you see this helping yourself work with your team a little bit better, knowing their colors?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Katrina, you're N, so you're the nurture. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, for sure. So I think this is going to be a really good tool for us, especially as leaders, as we start to understand our team. And, sometimes we might get, frustrated or not understand. If we go back, I think, to these colors, it will totally help us understand, because honestly, there's 4 languages that we need to understand, and we have to show compassion. And we have such a diverse group of people that we have all these colors on our team, all these colors, right? So there's going to be different needs in different markets, and the way that we put on an event. And it's just, my mind is just going like crazy right now, just thinking of like, even just the next year and planning out. It's so funny, because is anybody a red? I'm going to guess Jen Brennan's a red.
Yeah.
I'm red and I'm nothing else. I'm just
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, red.
We're in such trouble, the 3 of us.
I'm not, well, I can be nurturing, like if you want me to be. Definitely K is last.
Yes.
Whatever Kelly is, we're the opposite. No, I'm just joking. But I have so many people on my team that they're either K first or K second. Like, it's really quite funny. I do have a lot of like type A's, people that like love information and science, and like I hate all that stuff. So it is so funny how like opposites attract, right?
Yeah.
But I think I'm married to a red as well.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so you guys have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love it. No, that is so neat. It's so great, because what's kind of a little scary to me is you've got the 3 NMDs right now that are running the ship, and we're all reds, right? So it's—
Thank God for Nikki. Where's Nikki?
Nikki, what are you? Gonna maybe save our team.
I'm gonna do the test after, but I'm definitely gonna guess I'm yellow.
Yeah, yellow
so
for
just
sure.
like the nurture, hey?
I take care of you guys.
Yes.
You take care of us.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else? Steph, you did it as well. Did you share? I didn't see on the chat. Did you write at I think you're the very first person to write.
I can't remember what I put though.
Oh, A, B, N, K. Yeah, so your action 100%.
Yeah.
Blueprint, nurture. Ah, cool. Nat, does that surprise you?
No, that's definitely Steph. That totally makes sense, Steph, that you are that way. And I'm definitely NKBA. I don't even need to take the full test to see it. I just need to look at those 4 categories and I know right away. Would you say that's correct, Jen?
Bang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Michelle, I posted the pictures of these on our team page, I believe today or yesterday. Today or yesterday? Yesterday. So they're on there, so you can take a look. And you can go to banco.com and you can actually play around with it and move it. Yeah, you might have missed it then. Yeah. So anyways, I mean, that was kind of what I wanted to share tonight about just how important it is for us to be sensitive to where people are at and to be able to meet them and speak their language. So I'm going to dig into this a little bit more. So as I get more training myself, that I'll keep on sharing it with you guys so that you can up your game and start learning how to speak the different language for each group. This is just, I think, a an amazing tool for us. Like, just like we learned about the love languages, I think this just takes it to a whole other level. So like I said, I'll bring these up and we can play with them, and maybe we should have a contest of who's going to be daring enough this weekend to do this to a total stranger in the martini bar. And I say that because I actually went on a date, let's say a year and a half ago, and it was our first date, and literally within the first 5 minutes, he pulls these 4 cards out for real on our date. And he asked me, would you be so kind to put these in order to see how compatible we are? And I thought he was like whacked. And now I realize he took the course, and he's a brilliant man. And I wish I'd had these for the last 2 years dating. I would have really weeded them out fast. So fun.
Nicole, was that the guy that, the short guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So anyways, does anybody have any last minute comments, questions about what I trained on, or like I said about the weekend? You guys are feeling ready and prepared?
I think I like that a lot better than the love languages. What do you guys think? Like the 4 love languages, yeah? I think it's a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, for sure.
Things.
Pardon me?
I think it's 2 different things.
Yeah,
One
but I think it's more bang on.
in presenting, and then the love language would be once you know someone better and.
Yeah, I think you agree. I think this is just expanding. It's good. Oh, look at it. Use it at a workplace. That's how they organize staff. Oh, that makes sense. Who do you want to have answering your phones on the other end? Probably nurturers, right?
Not the greens. They get so angry.
Imagine the green. Seriously, right? Oh my gosh, that would just be like a nightmare, wouldn't it? Yeah, I could see that. So now as I understand, me being a red, I understand why you guys want prevention pluses now. I used to get so upset because all that reds want to do, we just want to party. We just want to go to the bar and party and have a conversation with people and send them to our website if they need science. So I'm going to be more compassionate to all the greens on the team, okay? I promise.
I'm done.
Awesome.
I can't stop laughing because Kelly and I have basically already had this conversation about like introvert, extrovert, and how introverts like to recharge their battery. And I'm like, why do you have to be alone? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, we're going to Indy together. Don't be surprised if I'm like, see ya.
Yeah. It's so good to understand it because it makes so much sense, right? Like, and I think hearing it at law, it explained a lot too. Like introverts when they're or Ks when they're around lots of people after, they're just like, whoa, like they want to just recharge the battery. They want to like absorb everything, think about it, you know. And I'd be like, let's go to the bar and let's go drink like a bottle of wine right now. And
it's like forget to the airport
in the day.
Totally.
I know,
yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, really good. We're learning about the psychology of humans and how it relates to their buying purchase, right?
I love it.
And how they operate in their life. So it makes us better leaders when we understand, that's for sure. Awesome. Okay, we're tight 9:30. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope you guys found this fascinating and interesting, and stay tuned as I continue to learn more about this that I can share with you guys so that it will help you grow as a person and tighten up your sales so that you can know the language to talk with your prospects. You're welcome. So we'll see everybody, or most of you, this weekend, Friday night, Collingwood. Can't wait. Woo woo.
Thanks, Nicole. That was awesome.
You bet. See ya.
See you guys soon.